Hello everyone, welcome to Zelin's class, and today we are going to do some more questions on product and quotient rule. So yesterday we have already discussed about these two formula, which is written here. The product rule is y dash equals to y dash v plus u dash v plus uv dash, and the quotient rule it's y dash equals to u dash v minus uv dash over v squared. And these are the formulas we learned yesterday. And if you are not familiar with those, you can check yesterday's video. Okay, so now we are going to do some easy level questions. And let's try the first one, which is x times x minus 2 to the power of 5. Well, apparently this is two things timing together, which we should use our product rule. So, like in the exam, if you see something times together, you should use the product rule. If you see something dividing together, you should use the quotient rule. And now let's apply this formula, which will become x dash times x minus 2 bracket 5 plus x times x minus 2 to the power of 5 dash. And now x dash, we know that this is equal to 1, so 1 times x minus 2 to the power of 5 plus x times 5 times x minus 2 to the power of 4. Well, from this step to here, we learned this in AS, and you should be familiar with this. So now we simplify it, which become x minus 2 bracket 5 plus 5x bracket x minus 2 to the power of 4, which is x minus 2 to the power of 4 times x minus 2 plus 5x. And this is equal to x minus 2 to the power of 4 times 6x minus 2. And let's do the other question, which is to differentiate 2x plus 3 over x minus 4. Well, obviously these two are dividing together, so which means that we should apply quotient rule, because here u over v, and we can assume that 2x plus 3 is equal to u and x minus 4 is equal to v. So now we do y dash equals to x minus 4 to the power of 2 times 2x plus 3 dash, and then v is x minus 4 minus u is 2x plus 3 times x minus 4 dash. And this becomes 2, this becomes 1, so which becomes 2x minus 8 minus 2x plus 3 over x minus 4 bracket squared. And this is equal to 2x minus 8 minus 2x minus 3, which cancel these two, over x minus 4 bracket squared. And this is equal to negative 11 over x minus 4 bracket squared. And we solved it. So these two are okay, right? But it requires a lot of calculations. Now we are going to do some problem solving questions, which we need some other skills. So this is a medium level question. It is find the equation of the tangent to the curve y equals this at the point where x equals 1. So because we learned in AS, you need to understand what the tangent means. The tangent is because our gradient f dash x is actually our gradient, and because we want to find the tangent, so we need to have the gradient, which we should try to find f dash x. And for a specific value like f dash a, then this is the gradient of the tangent at of the tangent at the point x equals a. So now let's try to find, and here it says that x is already equal to 1. So we know that we are trying to find f dash 1. So now let's differentiate this, which becomes y dash equal to 3 bracket 2 minus x to the power of 2 times 2 minus x dash times x plus 1 bracket 4 plus 2 minus x to the power of 3 times x plus 4x plus 1 to the power of 3. Well, here I need to specify that if you have something like ax plus b bracket to the power of n, when you do differentiate, this is equal to n times ax plus b to the power of n minus 1 times ax plus b dash. And this we learned this in AS, and you should go back and check that if you don't know it. And I applied here because here x plus 1 dash is equal to 1, so I didn't write. So you can write x plus 1 dash. And now let's simplify this, which becomes 3 2x minus x squared times negative 1 times x plus 1 to the power of 4 plus 2 minus x to the power of 3 times 4x plus 1 cubed. And now we should simplify this again, which becomes 2 minus x bracket squared times, well, we don't really need to simplify this. We can just bring our x equals 1 in it. So we substitute x by 1. So we substitute becomes 3 times 2 minus 1 bracket square times negative 1 times 1 plus 1 to the power of 4 plus 2 minus 1 to the power of 3 times 4 times 1 plus 1 to the power of 3. And this is equal to 3 times negative 1 times 16 plus 1 times 4 times 8. And this is equal to negative 48 plus 32, which is equal to negative 16. And we have our f-1. So, have we finished this question? Well, that's obviously a rhetorical question, right? Yeah, of course we haven't. We need to find the equation of the tangent, and now we only have the gradient at this point. So what should we do? Well, we should assume this equation as ax plus b, and because we know the gradient is 16, which means that a is negative 16, so y equals negative 16x plus b. And now, because now we need to do this step again. So because here we said x is equal to 1, and you need to solve these. So we need to get the point where x equals 1, what the value of y. And so let's sub in. When x is equal to 1, then y is equal to 1 times 16, which is equal to 16. So the intersection point is 116. And now let's substitute again, which becomes 16 equals negative 16 plus b. And this means b is equal to 32. So y is equal to negative 16x plus 32. And that is our final solution. Okay, now let's move on to hard level. this is actually a very hard question. It requires a lot of skills we learned before. So it might be easier if I tell you first that what should we need here. So firstly, we need factor theorem. If you are not quite familiar with factor theorem, you can check my previous video about factor theorems. And we also need to know how to do long division. It's in the same video as the factor theorem. So these two you need to know. And also, of course, we need our product rule. Okay, so now let's try the first part. So find the x-coordinate of the point of intersection. Well, we have a line that intersects the curve and at 3 points. And the question is like that. So firstly, we need to find the intersection points. Well, this we can't solve it straightly, right? So we need to rearrange this. So how do we rearrange this? We should write into something like y in terms of y. Y equals something. So we can simplify like y times x 2x squared minus 26 minus x squared minus 35 equals 0. And we can move this to the other side, which becomes y times 2x squared minus 26 equals x squared plus 35. And y is equal to x squared plus 35 over 2x squared minus 26. And now, this is the value of y, and the line is 2x minus 2y equals 5, which means 2y equals 2x minus 5. Y is equal to 2x minus 5 over 2. And now we have an equation which is x squared plus 35 over 2x squared minus 26 equals 2x minus 5 over 2, because they have an intersection. What does intersection mean? The two functions are equivalent. Not equivalent, they are equal, and we need to find the x value. So now, how do we do this? Well, it seems like cross multiple is an easy way. So let's do it. 2x squared minus 26 times 2x minus 5 equals 2x squared plus 70. And here we can get 4x cubed minus 10x squared minus 52x plus 130 equals 2x squared plus 70. And let's simplify this. Becomes 4x cubed minus 12x squared minus 52x plus 60 equals 0. And let's divide it by 4, which is x cubed minus 3x squared minus 13x plus 15 equals 0. Now let's substitute x equals 1, and we will get 1 minus 3 minus 13 plus 15 is equal to 0. And according to our factor theorem, this means that x minus 1 is the solution. So how do we find the others? We can use our long division now. Let's use x cubed minus 3x squared minus 13x plus 15 divided by x minus 1. And we can do x cubed here, x squared here, x cubed minus x cubed, and then negative 2x cubed minus 13x minus 2x minus 2x squared plus 2x, negative 15x plus 15, and we get negative 15 here. This means that we got an equation which is x minus 1 times x squared minus 2x minus 15. And this is equal to x minus 1 times, well, 1135, which is x plus 3, x minus 5. So our x coordinate is 1, 5, negative 3. So this means It's our answer here. And yeah, that is, well, we don't have time to do the second part, and we're going to do the second part tomorrow. And there are more questions on our textbook on page 87. So 87 here. And also, if you are interested in GCSE math, you can go to this channel, which is by Daniel Dallas, and he is very good at explaining GCSE math. And thank you all. Don't forget to subscribe and give a like. Yeah, see you.